welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. So these are vlogs that we've been doing in the lead up to Creativation, and they're designed for anyone who is going to the event. This is a trade event, so it's designed for bloggers, content creators, buyers, retailers, all those kinds of people who are part of the creative industry. So it's not open to the public or to consumers. But we went for the first time last year. We learned so much, and we're going this year as the official media partner of Creativation. And so we thought we would share all of our learning, and we've spoken to some other people. We've got some of their top tips too. So this is our last vlog before we set off. We'll definitely be sharing along the way. You can follow us here on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/thehedgehoghollow. And of course, we'll be doing lots on Instagram and Instagram stories as well on instagram.com/thehedgehoghollow. So you can follow us on all those places. We'll be posting tons and tons of videos and stories and all the new releases, all those kinds of things as well. So whether you are going to Creativation, whether you are just a follower of Hedgehog Hollow, follow us. You'll see lots of things. We'll be on the show floor first. We have behind the scenes access as well. But we wanted to share with you some of the things that if you're going, that you may not have thought about packing, things to wear. Some of you have asked us, I've never been before, what should I wear? What should I take? What are your top tips? All those kinds of things. So this is a little bit more informal than some of our regular videos, but I wanted to share, and I put some things on my desk to try to remind me of things that I think you should take with you and things to think about. So, of course, first and foremost is your phone. Now, there is a Creativation app that you can download if you're going to the event, and I really recommend getting it, and you'll see it on your screen now. Download the app. Now, you'll see there's a My Schedule option. You can go in there and you can download all the classes you're doing. You can add in your schedule there. There's a list of exhibitors, there's maps in there, there's the Creativation University schedule, speakers. So you can have everything, and it'll tell you where you're supposed to be at what time. It gives you reminders about your classes. There's the locate me, so you can tell it what booth you're at, and then you can tell it what booth you'd like to get to, and it'll tell you how to get there. There's a what's on now, so you can hit that and it'll tell you what's going on at that particular time. It will pick up hashtags and things like that in that activity feed. You can add notes. You can favorite particular vendors and things in there as well. You can create a profile so that you can go in and you can chat with other people going to the show. So really do go in and customize the app. I think it's well worthwhile. I really like the app, and the best map for the whole show is in this map. And you can see there's a classroom map. So it tells you where all the classrooms are. And then you also have the exhibition hall map. And this by far is the best map, and it's completely interactive. You can see as I'm zooming in, it's refreshing. And so the closer I get in, the more detailed it gets. And it will tell you how to get from one booth to another. So definitely get that. And while we're on the subject of phones, make sure you take a backup battery, because you will eat through phone batteries. Backup battery, make sure you've got your phone cable as well. Now, cell service in the booth hall can be patchy, and there's not much Wi-Fi in there either. But if you do want to go live, it is noisy. Of course, it's an exhibition hall. Make sure you take some headphones. Now, I'm an Apple girl. You may have noticed that everything I have is Apple. So I have my Apple headphones ready to go. But with your Android, whatever you prefer, I would suggest you take a pair of headphones. If you want to go live, you'll find you get a much better live by doing that. So that's something else I would add to my top tips list. So they're on there. Now, of course, business cards as well. Pack lots and lots of business cards. What you put on your business cards is entirely personal. Some people like to put their mailing address, some people don't. It depends if you have a storefront. Some people like to, some people don't. We just have our name, title, phone number, email address, website address, the fact we're on social media, and then we have our logo on the back. That's how we did ours, but it's entirely personal preference. Next thing is, if you're doing any Creativation classes, you'll find Raquel has emailed you a supply list. Make sure you pack all your supplies. They do often have extras, and people are always willing to share, but it does help your tutors if you pack all of those extra things. If you are coming from outside the US and they ask for things like heat guns and those kinds of things, just remember to bring power adapters. And if you're coming in general, if you're outside the US, power adapters, because of course US has different power and they don't necessarily always work. So make sure you bring your supply list. Last year I packed my Misty bag, and that was perfect, and it allowed me to carry everything around. And you will get lots and lots of catalogs and things. So a wheel along behind you bag was perfect. Now, I have heard that in some shows they don't always allow those on the floor. I didn't have any issues last year, and we went to the National Stationery Show, they didn't allow them. We didn't have any issues at Creativation. But just bear in mind, lots of catalogues, weight limits on cases. So just another thing to think about. You might want to bring an empty case to take all of those home, or we're going to pack a couple of large flat rate priority boxes in the bottom of our suitcase that we can mail those on Monday before we come home. Do excuse me, I think I'm going to call just in time for Creativation, which is just perfect, of course. Now, the other thing I like to do, in addition to the app on my phone, I do like to have a printed map. Now, this map I downloaded on, I took a screen print. That was the best I could get. If I do manage to get a better one, I will put this one that I've managed to download myself. I'll put a link in the video description below. If I can get a better one, I'll update that link in the video description so you can get that. As I say, the one in the app is the best I can find, but I do like to have that. And then what I do is I color code it as best as I can as to kind of the booths I want to visit, first, second, third, fourth, all those kinds of things. And I have a list. And I also, in my notebook, I make a list of places that I want to visit. So companies that I want to go and see, I pop a list in my notebook, and I put notes against them about things that I want to talk to them about, or maybe products I particularly like of theirs that I want to talk to them about, or maybe if it's things for our subscription kit. I make sure I have all of those notes, because when you're on the floor, you only have 3 days. Those 3 days fly by, and the show floor is huge, so you have a lot of ground to cover. So I kind of try to plan my route out, day 1, day 2, day 3. It doesn't always go to plan, because sometimes you want to run to Ranger and then you want to run to the other end to something else. But I try to kind of be a little bit sensible as best as I can. Sensible is not really in my vocabulary, but I do my best when I can at Creativation. So I try to take some notes and things that I want to talk to them about. If there's anything coming up that I want to ask about, I try to write all of that down as well. And then when I've spoken to them, I also write notes and anything that I need to follow up about, because trust me, at the end of the day, you have a thick wedge of business cards and you don't necessarily remember what you've spoken to each person about. So I try to keep notes, and then when I come home, I remember that, oh yes, I need to email so-and-so at Plaid because I wanted to ask them about this, or we spoke about that, and that's what I want to talk to them about. So again, printed copy of maps I find invaluable. We also do a Excel sheet of each day. So we have, this year we have 5 of us going. So what we did was an Excel chart. Last year it was just Greg and I. We did the same thing, Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We went there Monday, and that was a huge lesson. We made sure we were there Monday this year because we really regretted not having that extra day. But we did that and we planned out our days, and then this is Thursday, which is one of the education days. And then we've kind of blocked out everyone's time. Grace got his camera setup time for certain things. And then we have all of our classes laid out in our Excel. And then we have dinners and things blocked out in there. We have one of those for each day. And it also allows us to know where other people are going to be. So if I want to go and find Hannah, then I know where she's going to be. So that helps as well. Now, something else I'll pop in the video description is a link to this schedule of events. So whether you're a first timer or whether you have been loads of times, I find this really helpful. So it tells you that on Wednesday, you can go to registration, and then Thursday, what time registration opens and when education is. There's a newcomers welcome session 5 till 6 on Thursday. We went to that last year. Jason hosts that. That was really, really useful. He told you about like all the basics, where you could find things, where to be, when to be there, all those kinds of things. And then there's a new product event on Friday that's well worth getting a ticket for if you can get one. You can go and meet lots of the vendors and they show you all their latest and greatest things. On Saturday when the show floor opens and education that's going on. There's a panel discussion on Saturday as well that my friend Lynn Lily's in. I can't wait to see that as well. And then there's an award ceremony on Sunday. You might want to come to that. We're super excited about that. Greg's going to be videoing at that event as well. So hopefully we'll get to see you there. We'll definitely be there. So we'd love to meet lots of you there as well. It's free tickets, I think, as well. And it's on the show floor at 5 o'clock. So if you can come to that, do come. We'd love to meet you. And then there's an annual business meeting on Monday. and then the show floor is open till 3 o'clock and then it closes. So that's a really great kind of synopsis of major things going on. And then there's a longer kind of 42-page guide, and I'll try to find the link for that and pop that in the description as well. So that's there. The other thing we did last year that we found really, really handy is we did a 1-page sheet like this, and it just told people about like the blog address, their social media address, follower statistics, our email addresses, just like a 1-page thing. So people remembered us afterwards, and just some basic information about us. We found that really handy. You can do that. If you are a retailer, don't forget to take things like your business license, your sales tax things, all those kinds of things with you. If you want to register for accounts, it's your first time going, people will need that. So remember to take all those kinds of things with you as well. So that's another thing. Remember to take notebooks, planners if you want to kind of schedule in content and things with people, you'll need those. But notebooks, pens, all those kinds of things. Pretty pencil cases, lots and lots of water. Arizona is dry. And one thing I always have to remember is to pack my summer wardrobe. So we live near Cleveland. It's cold right now. But in Phoenix, it's 25 degrees Celsius, which is like 80 something, I think. So remember to pack your summer clothes, dress appropriately for summer weather. Chapstick, it's dry, it's the desert. Moisturizer, all those kinds of things. So just think of those. Comfy shoes, you're walking on an exhibition floor and your feet will hurt. So something with like memory foam, spongy, Nike Air, that kind of stuff. Your feet will thank you for it after the 3rd day. Dress-wise, smart casual, just look nice, but be comfortable. They're long days, you walk a lot of steps, you more than get in your 10,000 steps. Laptops, chargers, all those kinds of things, you'll probably want them at the hotel in the evening. You'll find that some of the companies you might work with have events going on, chat with them first. If there are particular companies you want to talk to, you might want to schedule meetings with them, send them emails this week, because as of next week, they will leave for exhibitor setup. Their booths are probably already left, so this week is a great time to try and get hold of them. So that covers all of that. If you have any other questions that we haven't covered in our vlog so far, do leave them in a comment below. As I mentioned, it is a trade-only event, but we will be having lots and lots of coverage. So if you want to see the new releases, do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because we have tons of content coming your way. We'll be live, there'll be pre-recorded things. We will have lots and lots of things coming your way. We will be vlogging, blogging, videoing the whole way there and the whole way back. And of course, after we're back as well. We are doing lots and lots of education that we'll be sharing with you as well. Greg's doing classes too. So if you are in a class with Greg and you see him there, please do help him, because he is not a stamper and he won't know what he's doing. So please do help him if you're in a class with him. But other than that, we cannot wait to see you there if you're going to be at Creativation. Do say hi. Do come and take selfies. We can't wait to see you. Tag us in everything. And we will see you very soon. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you see all of our content as well. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this series, and we will see you all very, very soon. As I say, if we haven't covered something and you have a question, just leave it in a comment below and we'll try to respond to as many as we can. We'll see you soon. Happy stamping, everyone. Bye.